I work for an incredible company with wonderful people, but there's no longer opportunity for growth. How do I know when it's the right time to move on?
This is a good question. Figure out what matters to you and then make the decision there. So I talk a lot about the hierarchy of work and what keeps people at work. And I believe the most important thing for people to be really happy at work is the relationship with their boss, like the direct manager. Again, not that they're buddies with their manager. That's cool if you are, that's fine. But it's whether or not your leader invests in you. Do they spend time giving you good feedback? Do they give you stretch assignments? Do they give you the spotlight? Are you with someone who's invested with you? Not from a monetary space, but someone who is really invested in helping you continue to grow and grow and be better. So if you're with someone like that, you should definitely stay, because I'll tell you, that's few and far between. It's really, really hard to find that. So if you're with someone there and they're giving you those opportunities, I would encourage you to stay. The second point, it's about the team that you're on. If you're on a team where they enable you to do the best work that you've ever done, and based on your description, it sounds like you are. So if you're on a team that helps you do the best work that you've ever done, if they're actively like removing barriers, if the communication's high, if the collaboration is super organic, or if it's not organic, you've got a boss that's really great at creating inorganic collaboration. If you're in that space where like working with your team, it's not about whether or not you're buddy with them, but if like they really help you do great work, I'd probably stay in that organization. The third thing, whether or not you like what you do. I say this pretty often. In North America, I think we have we've been sold an idea that we should all like love what we do. And if we don't, then it's like, we've wasted our lives. That's ridiculous. There are tons of people who don't necessarily love what they do day to day. It's not their passion, but they have a great boss and they have a great team. That's like pretty awesome. Like that's a pretty great thing to do. Do you necessarily love doing like every single part of your job? Like that, very few people get to have that experience. But let's just say you actually really like what you do or even love what you do. You should probably stay in that job. And the last is like your compensation, your benefits, and work-life balance. I put this last on the list because of course it matters, totally matters. But we see classically, like if you pay people a ton of money, that's like the least indicator of whether or not they'll stay in something. So what I'd say is like weigh out these things, these four things. It's like, do you really like your boss? And I don't just mean like buddy, but does your boss invest in you? That's pretty compelling if the answer is yes. Do you work on a team that enables you to do your best work? If they do, that's pretty compelling. Do you at least like what you do, or at least minimum find it tolerable? Okay, that's not so bad. And how do you get paid? If at least two of these boxes get lit up. So let's say you really, really like your boss and you get paid super well. I don't know, that's pretty compelling. Or let's say your team is amazing and you love what you do. That's pretty compelling. So if at least two of those boxes are being lit up, then really hard consider staying. If all three of those boxes get lit up, I'd say you should stay at that job. That's like a pretty good job.